Right, here we are with Pathologic 2. It's kind of weird. I had requests. I remember people requesting to play this, for me to play this game way back in 2022, 2023, when I sort of started this channel. And now, finally, I am here to, at last, play Pathologic 2. It's really weird to have actually reached this point. I kind of just assumed I would never be able to, but it's really nice to be back with Pathologic 2. The thing is, I haven't given this game a proper full playthrough in at least 2 or 3 years, I think, like looking back. I've played it a lot over the years, but I haven't given it a complete playthrough. I mainly just go back to get footage or to, check up on a quote or something like that, or get some footage or whatnot. So actually diving back into Pathologic 2 as a full experience hopefully should be pretty interesting for me. I'm even hoping I've forgotten some of the little stuff, so it'll be a bit more exciting to watch me struggle a bit. Hopefully that happens. But I'm just excited to try and show off as much of Pathologic 2 as possible, so that we can talk about as much of it as possible. That's what the stream is going to be about. That's what the series is going to be about. It's going to be about discussing the mechanics, discussing the spaces, the aesthetics, and the narrative, and how that does interweave with the mechanics. So I'm really interested in knuckling down and playing one of my favorite games of all time, Pathologic 2. So let's get started. Play begins in the middle of things. It might take time to figure out what is happening, but it will all start coming together soon. It's been a long journey to get to this point where I can finally play Pathologic 2. Very long journey indeed. Played through the entirety of the original game, which was really fulfilling to do, actually, in spite of all the scheduling problems and life in general getting in the way. The fact I can finally sit down and play this is very exciting. Okay, right, we're back. This lovely little theatre. It's still dark, so I'm going to talk about this a lot, I'm sure, but the mind map in Pathologic 2 is one of my all-time favourite sort of journal quest log things. It's just really intelligently put together. Hello, Mark. Yes? So, Barak, your performance was a flop. You're unfit for the role. A cursed production. This is our second attempt and a second failure. The first run was decent, I thought. I had 100 schmouters on my chest. That is, not for you to judge. We gave it all we had. Whatever. You're dismissed. The bird will give you your final payment. Aren't you tired of those beakheads? They're trouble. They were the only useful people around. Right. Alright. I'm just gonna move a couple of things here. There you go. Alright. It's very cool to sort of be back and realizing I'm actually going to play through the whole thing again. It's a nice excuse. Hello.
Exhausted.
We just spoke, actually, just last week. Well, actually, I was playing as you, funnily enough, but you don't know that yet. They don't trust me anymore. I wasn't even invited to the final council. Where are the birds? Up. Where else? If you mean the real ones. I meant the real ones, yeah.
Words are neither priceless nor worthless. They are only their purpose.
Turns out the birds aren't birds at all. Want to know what they are? Lean down and I'll tell you. Lower. Lower now. Their fingers. Did they tell you that? Yeah, this is a direct quote. We're not birds, we're fingers. That's why people call them executors. Are you tired? Want me to relieve your headache? I'd rather you relieve my heartache. It's become so acute lately, like my heart expires. So yeah, what I'm hoping as well is that this stream series will be the final sort of bit of fuel I need to make a video on the town itself and its spaces, to make an actual concrete video essay rather than just my inane ramblings live. Want to receive your payment? Well, everyone will get paid what they're due in the cathedral. That's where the final choice will be made. By whom? The authorities. Fitting. We'll fix everything. The decision will be made in the cathedral. Everything will be just fine. I remember the computer I had when I was playing this back in 2019 was so bad. I'm sure it reflects in the quality of my early uploads regarding Pathologic 2. The graphic quality was really bad. The loading times were awful. I guess it wasn't a bad computer, but it was bad for 2019, and it certainly couldn't run this. You can see this computer is still slightly struggling just because there's actually a little bit going on, and so many particle effects and lighting effects. But I really love this opening moment. I think it's such an effective warning and setup for the town and the plague itself, and how the game evolves, right? I'll loot that even though I don't have to. Go through garbage bins even when I don't have to. Move along, Doctor. Nothing to see here. Work as usual. Who are these people? They're looters. Like I said, it's work as usual. You do your job and we'll do ours. You should let them go. A couple less, a couple more. What does it matter? But yeah, it's a really striking opening, and I feel like it's part of the reason that many new players were so convincingly absorbed into the world of Pathologic when they played this one for the first time. I think it's a much more digestible opening than the opening of the original game, which is very opaque, right? I know where you're going. Want a piece of advice? Speak, but please be quick. I won't take long. The town is gone, and to hell with it. But the kin are also gone. Your family is gone. Your father remains unavenged, his path unfollowed. The 7 children who entrusted their lives to you are dead. You are the only one left. Do you want to save yourself, at least? No. You don't know the whole situation. Not all is lost. The outbreak can still be curbed. That's why I'm going to the cathedral. It's there that the decision about the bombardment is made. Heed my advice. You think she loves you? Think she's a friend and he's a foe because he brought in cannons? Don't talk to her first. Talk to him. You know nothing. She's my ally. But I'm going to take your advice. Thank you, Aspity. And of course, I mean, it's the soundtrack that helps, right? There's nothing like a good soundtrack to put a human being in the emotional mood that they need to be in. Yeah. Without the sound effects, without the music, it would be a much less effective opening, I think. Theodore Bastard's music is this hugely beneficial for Pathologic 2, right? And it's another thing that leaves this incredible impression as you wander around and witness all of this. But then as the music ends, as it is now, we're just sort of left with the ambient noise. We're just left with silence. There's not even this sort of climactic sound to go along with it. And here are the little powers that be here. Just watching. How's it going, guys? People hiding in here. But yeah, we're just left with sort of the finality after the music is played, and it's such a good opening. You'll hear me praise this game a lot. Obviously, I wouldn't be here streaming this after already many years of supporting the developers and supporting the series, streaming this game. But I think on some level, yeah, I do still prefer the original game, and that's for perfectly personal reasons. This game is also excellent. I do just want to sort of keep that context in mind, that I do really love the original game, and I hold that very, very close to my heart still.
The Inquisitor and I haven't held counsel against protocol. I place my trust in the doctors.
Is this the Doctor? This is the Doctor. What do you want? I want to influence your decisions somehow. What is this nonsense? State your name and occupation. Artemi Burak, surgeon. I see. Give me a reason to call off the bombardment. You have one chance. I know how to make a serum. We'll need time to produce it at scale, but the recipe has been developed. No, Burak. If you told me you had 3 tank cars of that panacea and an army of doctors from the capital ready to administer it, that would have convinced me. As it stands, there's no going back. It's too great a risk. We only had 12 days. That's not enough time. What about you? Why have you come? You now decide the town's fate. We already decided everything without you. You've come uninvited. What did you decide? Who are you to demand reports from us? A backwoodsman? A self-taught doctor practicing barbaric traditional medicine? Oh, but I know who you are. You're the person I was very wrong to put my hopes on. The person who let me down. Out. Now. I only need one more day. Hey, you over there. Seize this man and throw him out. All of you, please listen. Hello again, Mark.
We're not puppets. A puppet is of value, at least to the puppeteer.
So you insist on a second attempt, huh? Stubborn. Perhaps. Alright, let's roll then. Let us imagine that the last train has not yet left the station. Just don't be late. Now all I need is to not miss my stop. I think the funny thing... Hey, Cameron Soup, how's it going? Good to see you. You are Artemi Burak, a surgeon. You're coming back to your hometown, summoned by a disturbing letter from your father. I was going to say, the funny thing is that I've introduced a number of friends to this section in particular, so it's sort of... It's funny playing it through myself. I feel like most recently, and by recently I mean years, I've only really seen this section just through watching it vicariously. Old chap. And he's a recurring character in the town, as we'll find out. Fellow traveller. How did you get inside this coffin? Me? You were the one in the coffin. Why'd you crawl in there? I was hiding. From whom? Death? Yes, and people too. It's a bit too early for me to show my face. A bit too early. So you're visiting our town too, huh? A coffin is the best means of transportation in the world. It can get you to unimaginable places. You look alive, though, so that vehicle is beyond your means for now. A free rider, huh? Just like you. No one sells tickets to ride this train. I'm coming home. All I need is to avoid distraction. Some tasty looking bread there. So this fella, he has a very metaphorical, symbolic purpose in the story. I'm sure you could detect the obvious sort of undertones there in his dialogue, but at least to some degree his presence on the train foreshadows the events of the narrative that we also just saw. So there's a lot of setup going on here, and setup is the thing that Pathologic 2 does very well, which I think makes it an easier ask for people to sort of introduce themselves to Pathologic through this one, rather than the slightly denser, less hand-holdy original, even though I do still obviously advocate fully for people to play the original, because it was the game that changed my life, obviously, and is still like easy enough to pick up to a degree. But I guess if you're unused to playing this kind of game, Pathologic 2 is the way to go. Railroads are beautiful. They always lead to one place you can't turn from, except when there's a silly mistake like this crash, dying just to escape fate. Stupid. Boring. What is that monster? Ahead or behind? Behind me. That is Bose Turok, a creature of steppe legends from which the world was created. What was he trying to achieve here? Stupid. Life can never prevent death. What is ahead then? Why the fires? As you can see, the blood no longer flows in this artery. There's a clot. You're a doctor, aren't you? Do you have medicine with you? Medicine? What for? How should we know? You're the doctor, not us. Go and see. We're only ensuring no other trains are derailed. We'll fix yours too once the beast leaves the tracks. Currently working on some homework, so comments may be sparse. Well, good luck with your homework. I'm glad I can... hopefully I'm helping. Have a lot of time on my hands then. Balls are stubborn. Hey there, big fella. Can't talk to you, but I am going to enjoy talking to the Wonder Ball later on. Best character, other than Asperty, of course, is the Wonder Ball. Cool. Classic dream sequence tutorial setting. Some more foreshadowing, but just to wander into town is to put yourself in danger. Oh, 8. Nice job. Want to share secrets? You first. I'm worried people won't be so happy to see me in the town. What if they shun me like some mutt and slam doors in my face? What if my toll is too small? I could fail to meet my goal, but maybe this is only anxiety. Yes, I can do it. Are you a preacher? Not really. Your turn now. Be honest and your fate will change, that's how it goes. I'm worried about my father. He summoned me with a letter. A troublesome one. Something bad has happened. Do you want to play? I'm game. Dice? What are the stakes? Your fate. I don't believe in fate. Go back to bed. Okay. I'm coming home always to avoid distraction. I fly the rails into a black cloud. This place is wrong. It's not my home. Who's in the back room? Jump scare. Surprise. I do like these little, little hints that you get of the characters before you've even seen them. It does make you sort of wonder, like, oh, who are these people? It's just a really effective way, I think, to be introduced to the world, and also reinforces the fact that, yes, these are all actors, right? Interchangeable little character models. What does it matter? Here's Oyen. Takes a step forwards. Hello, you need water, right? Someone heavy. I hear heavy steps in the dark. I can't see you. Are you deaf? No, I'm a doctor. What's wrong with you? Water. I'm so thirsty. I need a drink of fresh water. Please bring it to me. Where do I get it? Outside, in the yard. Hard to talk. Wait for me. Take a bottle from the cupboard. It should be this cupboard. Except I already have one, so I don't really need to. Cool. We can wander over and talk to a few people here as well in the dream sequence. Might as well. Pack. Each has 2 eyes and 2 ears. Most have 1 nose and 1 mouth. Riddle me this. If eyes and ears were switched, what would be right? If noses and mouths were switched, what would be fixed? Did you kill him? Answer the question, Kayala. You're a step man, you must know the answer. But I don't. Then be on your way, Kayala. People don't kill people. Is that man alive then? So many just like good screenshot moments as well, although I'm not quite sure how the leaf landed up there, but just yeah, the game feels very cinematic, I think, in its opening framing. It has a number of moments that feel very, well, obviously very theatrical is the correct word, right? Very staged moments that you stumble across that feel organic, but also frozen in time. And obviously a lot of games have characters and character models loop animations over and over again when you pass them by, but Pathologic 2's ability to like tap into theatre, obviously, and that's the big advantage. That's the game's biggest motif, is the use of the stage and theatre and acting, is to make these things that in other games might seem artificial and turn that artificiality into a strength by virtue of the game's framing. I mean, that's what we're going to see time and again, I think, as we play through Pathologic 2, is the game really playing to those strengths. So again, just a similar moment. It's a world that feels made for the game, but also for the stage. It's really clear that what we're seeing is a world sort of made for the player's perusal, but also a world in which we are not the center, right? So we stumble across vignettes like this that are sort of made for the stage, made for us to digest, but also made for us to walk by. I mean, we can't do anything to affect this scene, right? Thirsty, fellow traveller? Not me, someone else. There is water in a wooden barrel behind you. You walked past your goal, not for the first time, and certainly not for the last. I saw the light. I thought it invited me here. Oop. Don't crash. Like a moth. Ouch. Getting slightly dubious there. Jeez. Frame rate got quite bad there. I'm not quite sure why. Hopefully that... Ooh. Maybe I'm going to have to look into that and see why that's happening, because that's not good at all. No, why is that happening? Just when I thought we'd get away without any technical issues today. Goodness me. Let me just... Is it... No, the internet's going fine. What if I bump the settings down a little bit, maybe? I'll just pop everything down to good for now. See if that fixes it. Hopefully no more issues. That was quite severe, and I'm not quite sure what triggered that. But we haven't had to sacrifice too much performance for that not to happen again. Hello, you two. And we were too late, as usual. Bit close and personal there. Bad dream. Why'd you wake me up? Did I? Awake, asleep, it doesn't matter. You're a restless man. I just wondered what's inside you. I told you already I'm worried about Father. So you want to meet your dad? Yes. Me too. Good for you. Now leave me alone. So obviously what he's a very ominous figure. And when he does reveal sort of what he does. But also there's something less than pleasant about his occupation, but also he has that extra symbolic level that he's operating on as well. Let Mother Bodo caress your step, Kolbun. You haven't forgotten your people, have you? No, I haven't. Do you have a good heart? Well, it's healthy. We hear Earth with our hearts. The heart has a pulse, so does Earth. If they sing in harmony, you hear the language of earth and herbs, the language of warmth and cold. Look, Tanger, and listen. Whose words are all around? What does Earth say? I can't decipher this language. A lot of time passed. You were gone. You forgot many things. Your heart is spoiled, Katanga. Let us see if it's rotten. Like hell, I'm perfectly happy with my heart. The fight will show whose heart is keen, who hears the unheard words. You will see my heart, the kin's blood runs through me. I was never torn from my people. Neither was I. Cool, fighting time. So the combat is slightly more robust, obviously, than the originals. Really the main thing to do is the power attack and stay away from any enemy that has a weapon, to be honest. Cool. Blocking. Come on, that wasn't necessary. Cool. Let us trade hearts, Colburn. Let us become kin. What need do you have of mine? Isn't it rotten? A river of good washes away a drop of rot. There's no me and you. There's a people, Katanga. Mix your flesh with ours. Alright, let it be so. Rotten heart, a human heart, living but vermiculous, and a living human heart. Perfect. Best possible trade. We're almost there. Are you relieved? Oh yes. Can't wait to get there. Just can't wait. Feels like we're riding in circles. Well, it was nice passing the time. Good luck with your father. I'm sure he can't wait. Good luck to you too. So we have the setup for the next, as though the next sequence is real. Catch you later, buddy. For the first time in many years, I'm home.
Artemy, I write to you after so many years apart, in the hopes that you may find a way to return to us. Something worries me. I fear a difficult trial approaches. I hope that your studies have proven fruitful, and that you have achieved great skill as a surgeon. Such skill might be of use here. I remain the only physician in this town, but you know that I am growing old. I need an assistant.
After the intro, the game will no longer autosave. Find places to save manually. So that was the last little dream sequency bit. Setting up Artemy's home, which is strangely empty. And obviously a nice little bit of spoken narration as we explore the house. And here we are in the immediate aftermath of a good fight. It sets up many of the problems that we're about to experience. Not all of the problems. Day 1, in which the Haruspecs find out finds out his hometown has changed beyond recognition. They won't be needing this anymore. I don't want to split the stack at all, actually. Thank you very much. Right click, that's what I was looking for. It has been a little while, see, since I've played this properly. There you go. Hello. Leica, you hit hard for a hunchback, but whoa boy, you screwed up. Those 3 guys are dead. I saw you do it too. You're going to be in serious trouble. A hunchback? Kid, I'm bent over in pain here. You need to handle that bleeding, old man. You're covered in blood. Your own blood. I know that. Here you go. A tourniquet. Used to be my leash, but seems like you need it more. Thanks. You're a nice kid. Man, you really have some anger problems, don't you? Zing, pow, blam. 3 guys dead. This ain't the right way. Ain't how we do things around here. Yeah? What's the right way then? Well, you gotta be nicer. Just hit him 3 times, max. Send him running and let him run. You don't actually have to kill everyone who bothers you. Jeez. It's safer my way.
When the cat's away, the mice will play.
The one with the knife was Kirik, a leather worker. I'm not gonna cry for him. That guy was nuts. Is this an ambush? How long were they waiting for me? They weren't waiting for you. I think you were an accident. Then who was the real target? I don't know. Rumors going around that someone else got murdered tonight. Guess I should sniff around and find out. Who knows? Maybe it's true. I hope it isn't. This town's seen enough blood for one day. And then, yeah, we have, it's significant, again, the sort of theatrical staging, the train lights there, but also the way in which the dialogue characters are framed as though they've got a theatre spotlight on their heads, right? Well, Barak, you're nearly dead. Got a few minutes left. I'm here to announce your demise. Can't do much on such short notice. You've been bashed on the head several times, and the locals' fists are heavy. One of those 4 stab wounds looks deep. Significant blood loss too, and the local climate is unforgiving in terms of strain. Do you have any heart conditions? My heart's too soft. Your health is a mess. I'm guessing you haven't eaten in several days. That you didn't sleep last night, did you? That's what I thought. So your hunger and exhaustion are critical too. Wonder which of these afflictions will be the death of you first. So what's your plan? If I'm going to die, so be it. Ah, fatalism looks cute on you. Better not to make proclamations like that without gritting your teeth. Problem is, your teeth have almost been knocked out, so clenching your jaw is hard. Fatalism's much more fun when you've got options, isn't it? Maybe. Dressing your wounds would be a good idea. Where would I get bandages? A drugstore, Barak. You've been studying surgery for 6 years and you're just finding this out now? But it's not just about the wounds. Even when they're dressed, you still need to be aware of your body. It's not always on your side. Pay attention to its needs. Thanks. I'll keep you in mind if I need to learn more about human anatomy. Welcome back home, Warden. You've been away a while. You probably don't even remember the heady scent of twire in the air. Do you know why you got attacked? No clue. The whole town is looking for a murderer. A very important and respected man was killed last night. Townsfolk loved him better than some children love their fathers. Don't be too hard on them. Should I feel bad for them? Say sorry, maybe? Maybe you should. Your father would. A brilliant doctor. Far better than us. Oh, we're colleagues now. Yeah, I'm more of a manager, really. But I'm in the field. We've done a lot of business with your father. Well, father and I practice, unlike you, so don't pigeonhole us together. Indeed. Old Isidore Barak is the exemplar of a true doctor, and a true human being, if a miserable one. Do you honour your father? He's the reason I returned. He summoned me with a letter. Said there was a threat. Do you know anything about it? Nothing's a threat to him anymore, trust me. Maybe dishonour, but even that's unlikely. You're a man of obligation, after all, aren't you? Runs in the family. Why? Whatever, that bit's not important. Time is short. Oh, by the way, Barak, time is important. Be careful how you spend it, and be aware that you don't have much left. I know, a few more minutes. Your colleague already told me. Well, a little more. I intend to live to 80, no less. We're a long-lived family. You've got less than 2 weeks, Barak, 12 or so days. Trust me, I'm a specialist. So use your time well, and hurry home now. Why are you wasting your time here? Your father's waiting. I'm a picture of good health. Trust me, I'm the doctor here. Reflection, be quiet, he must not hear your voice, lean close. He only speaks in lies and wants you dead. I'll be damned, does everyone want me dead? Do not go home, Barak, stay clear of home. In town you have some friends yet, do you not? Yes, 3 of them. We were inseparable when we were kids. The town is yours, Barak. May you soon find how deep, how far its roots run down your spine. May you inhabit it, sink through its pores, learn vein and artery, nerve and blood and cell. You need no home beyond the town itself. Forget that place you so eagerly seek. I beg forgiveness. Grievous harm will come to me, should I tell you more than I can. Shut your eyes and hide under the covers then, so no one can hurt you. So it's a really good little setup there. Foreshadowing, of course. It's very obviously too that Isidore might not be home to greet his son in any fashion that really counts. He might have arrived home too late and under the worst possible circumstances. Now, really the trick is getting everything done in a reasonable amount of time. So, looking at the map, you can see things have changed slightly from the original Pathologic. The layout's a little bit different. The warehouses feel a little bit easier to navigate, and we have more obvious sort of quest markers throughout town, and also really important thing is that reputation is broken up by district rather than just applying in a blanket fashion to the whole town. And that's a really important change, and it's one that I flip-flop on a little bit, I think. District by district feels so granular as a method to judge reputation, I feel like. I did really like the whole town having a reputation, and I guess thinking of it from a design perspective, what I would have liked is a reputation meter that affected the whole town, and then you still had individual reputation meters, but they also happened to like deplete the overall one. In that way, it sort of feels like less, in this version, sort of feels like you can just do a lot of harm in one district and very easily recover from it. Whereas if you still had this overarching reputation meter, I feel as though some more interesting stuff, might have been going on in terms of how a player judges their place in the town and how they opt to engage with it. Today is meat day, Tanga. We feast on meat. What are you celebrating, Katanga? Katanga bought meat this morning, said a warehouse door was left unlocked, so we took some. Boost Vlad grows fatter by the day. He works, he takes the profit. So we've decided to take the meat at least. Is it at least fresh? It's cured, Kolpun. It would keep fresh meat in the warehouse. If you need to drink, the water is next to the factory wall, see? Barrel water is the best, brought from the step, but in a pinch you can drink this too. Alright, show me the meat. I'll take some of that, thank you very much. One can drink from barrels and water pumps instead of the polluted Gorkin. The crude sprawl, no one cares about you. And of course, we have some districts where it doesn't particularly matter what your reputation is because there's no one there. So the factory, for instance, also the graveyard, and was it the Cape? Yeah. So we don't have to worry about our reputation there, but basically everywhere else we do. Oh, there. So the other thing I'm going to have to do is refamiliarize myself with the trade options, because I'd memorized basically all of the original games, but you don't have to trade with adult men or women in the original. all they offer, or all the women offer, they can repair your clothes. The adult men, other than the factory workers, don't offer anything, so you don't even really have to talk to them beyond the point where they stop giving you information. Poacher, so relieved they brought fresh water from the springs, otherwise we'd have to drink from the Gorkin. Gorkin water will turn you into livestock, saw it with my own eyes. You have no sense of humour, Tene. Who'd drink water from the Gorkin? Even blood would be better. So, fresh spring water is good news, but I wonder how long it will last. What about water bearers? Have they left for more? One assignment down, good job. Vlad the Younger manages the water bearers now, but he's a simpleton. I've even heard rumours he might be digging a well. Surely false, of course. Even someone completely incompetent wouldn't do that. Indeed, I doubt anyone in this town would be that reckless. And that gives us a little reputation boost, because we stopped to talk to someone, which was nice. People like that. Reuben is my father's student, almost a brother to me. I should see him. He will help. You can see him. Erman. Hey, Karalda. I didn't do anything. Be Kara. You can protect yourself. You shouldn't look either. What do you have here? I brought my bones here. Why? I won't explain to you. I did nothing wrong. I just brought my bones here. What's wrong with that? These bones are mine. I didn't steal them. I tell the truth. You should be more careful with your bones, Basagan. You're acting strange, and people rarely appreciate that. What's so strange about that? They're the strange ones. Come to think of it, it isn't, so go ahead and do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. It will not. I still think you should leave. They might return. We'll go in and see Reuben since we're here. Of course, we have a great soundtrack in Pathologic 2. Number of really good tracks. I think I still kind of prefer the original games, but again, that might just be a me problem. I'll talk with you in a second, Bachelor. I know you've set the scene up really dramatically there and everything. Again, like a stage play, again, you're going to notice that a lot. How the developers set up the characters to appear in very, very dramatic fashions. But I am just going to rifle through Reuben's house. This is really going to make him like me a lot, I'm sure. Any other drawers? Is there one in here? Yes. Goodness, a lot of stuff in here. Nice rusty scalpel. Cool. We're rolling in it now. And there's a chest as well. 711 coins. Reuben doesn't need those. Hello, Bachelor.
Time is slipping through our fingers. We must act now.
Well, one thing is clear. You're a very, very lucky man. Which means you need to take care of yourself. You are so careless, Vorak. It's Artemi Vorak, right? Burak. Artemi Burak. Apologies. Oh, and may I ask, is it true that your actions have already resulted in 4 deaths? 3. That's what I thought. And who the hell are you, buddy? Daniil Dankovsky, Bachelor of Medicine, at your service. But before we speak any further, I'd like to clarify a rather crucial thing. Just how highly do you hold your sense of duty? Too highly, clearly, since it brought me back to this wretched town. Well, from this point on, you, owe me. I just saved you from a rather grisly fate. I don't remember seeing a rescue team. Your Reuben has utterly murderous intents. Isidore meant quite a lot to him. Your father was his mentor. Reuben even considers himself old Barak's true son, unlike you. Anyway, he thinks you're to blame for your father's death. Wait, my father is dead? Oh, he was killed tonight, didn't you know? No. Look, you have my condolences, Vorak. I like how he remembers Isidore Burak, but immediately goes back to calling me Vorak. Clear sign of disrespect. But since we've established that you owe me, let me explain how you'll repay your debt. Things are about to get a little tense, and I need only one thing. Just do exactly as I tell you. You're a doctor, right? Burak. How are things going to get tense? Today's tragedy won't be the last. I was blessed with a naturally high intelligence. I love that. And my observations indicate that a very deadly visitor has come to this godforsaken town. That's all I can say for now. And our only option is to say, I don't like you, bachelor whatever. Allow me to sum up. Reuben told me he's the only decent doctor in town, but you're a competent surgeon. I need you alive, healthy, and quiet, close at hand. Spare me any wild improvisations. I'll be the one handling the situation. Medicum morbo adhibere. How about you just shut up? I'll deal with Reuben myself. No middlemen required. Where is he? I always sucked at this stupid language. I'll assume that wasn't apology. Gone to carry out my orders. From now on, your Reuben does what I tell him to. He entered my service of his own accord. I suggest that you do the same. It will help everyone. So he comes across as very arrogant, right? Very strong-willed, very commanding. He's come in to assume control of the situation, and he assumes that you're going to do the same. Sorry, Cameron Super, I missed that earlier message. Do like the less clean, older graphics in the first Pathologic a little more, I think. I agree. I think it has a nicer feel to it. I mean, that style of graphics does appeal to me. The one area that I really obviously think has improved is or that I prefer a bit more. Like, I love the character models in Pathologic 2. I just think they're so expressive and they have exactly the right level of detail. And I know that people like watching even just the simple little animations because, I uploaded those animation videos to my YouTube channel and people engage with those. I think there's something about being this close to a character, like actually having their face and their expressions fully readable, but also taken from a very select, set of, like, it just loops over and over again, right? So even the way that their face moves has to represent their character, and the developers had to think about that very carefully. And I think that it makes the characters like very, very not necessarily likable, but it makes us engage with them on a much more personal level because we're seeing that expression come through as a representation of their character. It's a distillation of their character almost. Stubbornness is my guiding star, second only to my sense of duty. I suggest you put your high intelligence to good use and get out of my way, bachelor. Cool. So, where do I go now? Out-of-town dandy kindly informed me that Stark considers me a patricide. Madness. Guess it's for the best I missed him. In his letter, Father wrote that he will face a difficult trial. Did he write we? I don't remember. Father's dead, I was too late. Someone important was murdered tonight. Home sweet home welcomed me with its knives honed. What does this mean? What I like about the mind map as well. Hey, Future Cityscape, how's it going? Good to see you. What I like about the mind map is its capacity to sort of allow you to connect the dots and sort of wonder, like, okay, how do these two ideas connect? If I follow through this idea, what revelation is it going to give me about this one? And it gives everything a very logical quality, right? So what, is the arsehole still in there? The one with the carpet bag? Watch your tongue, boy. Though, I do agree with you. But where's Dr. Reuben? We need a doctor. Reuben isn't here, kids. We got 0 Reubens left in stock. There's been a disaster. Alma, Duke, and Wolfling were poisoned. Where are they? In the warehouse with little flags. Go down the railroad and to the left. You'll see it. Alright, I'll check it out. You're the man everybody's after, right? You look like the description. The one and only. But what's the description? You know, big, fat, dangerous, with bulgy eyes, a weird leg, a scary mug, and a stupid look on his face. Must be you. My expression isn't stupid, kid. It's bewildered and confused. The game's really sharply written, right? I just love all the retorts and the back and forth. Really? Well, whatever. It's good we found you. We need help. What for? I need you to hold a trial for a murderer. Can't do it without you. Will you help? Hold a trial? You kids play funny games. But no. What? You've caught a murderer? Or was it the murderer? It's kind of hard to say. So will you come? Let's go. The courthouse is in a warehouse. The one with little flags. Hurry up, they're starting soon. The warehouse with little flags? Oh, I remember. Seems like you kids took over our old place. Seems like the local urchins need assistance. Have found and are trying a murderer, could it be? And 3 poisoned patients are in a warehouse we used to play in when we were kids. We'll go over and see them. It's certainly very fun to be engaging with this game again. It's been long enough that like I can appreciate things a bit more clearly. At last, a crowd now gathers round my act. Sit down like that, now watch. Death by starvation. Too busy, but speaking of starvation, have you got any food at all? I cut a man open for some dry old toast. So the good sir fancies a slice? Have one. Shan't last. In half hour's time, my act resumes. Come see, death by starvation, lads and lasses. That's okay. I'll just find another freak with toast. Wrong. You should look for freaks that trade in trash. Perhaps home-owning freaks too foolish to see as you rummage through their paltry things. I respect other people's property. That's so. Then our good audience shall their eyes soon feast upon our play, Death by Starvation. Barak, can you now feel their hungry stares? Fair enough. Can I get a lockpick then? Always good to get that dialogue and get as much out of it as possible. Right. The rain just isn't as satisfying as it used to be in the original Pathologic, though it's still good rain. But the original Pathologic's rain was just so heavy and all-encompassing. Just never happened to get old. Hello there. Oh, my brothers in spirits, behold a man, head higher than the sky, behold a creature of well-earned pride. Dare I trouble you, good sir, with trivial talk? Great, a poet. That's how people would normally respond to me. Go ahead, I'm listening. Oh, how ferocious Mother Nature is, for 'tis her wrath that must be borne. Oh, friend, if only I could quench my thirst, I'd give heaven and earth for a sip of cold water. You are literally next to a pub. The pub is closed, good sir, but even if it wasn't, what makes it open, really? One must ask oneself. And anyway, Sir Martin the curmudgeonly has introduced new rules, with another sort of liquid flowing. A fiery one. A good one, but not one I need at the moment. So, do you have water? I don't, but the river's right there. You'll make it, I believe in you. Only brute beasts drink from the river. Us proud men deserve spring water. It's brought here in barrels, but they're too often empty. I would get it there, but I have no bottles. I drink from a fountain, but I might faint first. The air is far too heady. You're in luck, if some are mine. 4 water bottles instead of 5. I'll take a bandage, thank you very much. And a lot of things just happened. Lara Ravel lives by the river in a house called The Shelter. We used to be friends when we were kids. Hopefully she will at least let me sleep at her place. Can either buy daily bread or barter for it. There's always burglary too. And Redhead Gregory Fillon, aka Bad Grief, always goads me into doing crazy stunts. We used to have a secret lair in the warehouse. And yes, they couldn't suspect me of patricide, could they? Of course not. It's impossible. And yeah, what I really like about making these 3 characters Artemis' friends is that it sort of it recasts obviously the initially antagonistic relationship that Artemis has already with Stark in the original game. If they have this friendship, it sort of feels more tragic that Reuben has already grown to hate Artemis. Doesn't remember him anymore, doesn't really trust him anymore, doesn't believe in him. Is quick to jump to this conclusion that Artemis killed Isidore. Also, the fact that we have Bad Grief and Lara. These were 2 characters that you know, didn't have a particular importance to me necessarily in the original game. So it's really nice to have that grounding, and that's what Pathologic 2 does really well, is it grounds the player in its world, I think, a bit more effectively, simply because of its character writing. I was wondering what those wet footsteps were. Whistler, so you're old Burak's son. Yes? I've got bad news. Could it get any worse? Someone sharing your features spilled blood. It became known. People want revenge. They say that whoever murdered the 3 men at the station today is also responsible for Simon Kane's death. Yeah, what else are they responsible for? What else? You won't like it. The townsfolk realised murder's no longer taboo. People sense they can now kill others. First they looked for a Shabnak Edig and killed several women. Then they went after the steppe creatures, Odongs. They're frightened. They turn to animals. So they seek to punish murder by turning to murder themselves. It's like a craze. It's September, you know. Steppe herbs are in bloom. Yeah, right. Of course the herbs are to blame. You have nothing to do with it, I know. I'm a ferryman. Well, almost. Actually, I'm a train driver. I know you're on my train. I wasn't alone, by the way. But you were. We drivers can feel the living weight. There was only one human being on that train. You. Odd. The townsfolk aren't too fond of ferrymen and drivers. So we will help you. Go to a quay, show your face to a worm, and he'll take you wherever you ask for a fingernail. Show your face to a man, he'll help you out with equipment. Thank you. People think I spilled blood last night. The rumour will spread in no time. We have all of the children. Notkin. Everyone else. Snout. Look, see everyone, the doctor is here. Why do you think I'm a doctor? I've been looking for a doctor since morning. What other reason would a grown-up have for coming here? Tell me about your problem. You're too late. They died. Why didn't you come sooner? What kind of doctor are you? 3 kids are dead and no one gives a damn. Not kids. Worse. Those are our dogs. Alma, Wolfling and Duke. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm a dog person myself. Who poisoned them? Somebody evil. Notkin's planning on holding a trial. He wanted you to be there too. Well, at least I made it in time for the trial. Not all is lost. Hello, Murky. Dandy. Knives, scissors, blades, razors, anything sharp. If you've got a sharp axe, I'm interested. Getting armed and ready. Those items are what I barter for. We need them. What would you give me for sharp objects? Lock-picking shivs. If you're handy with locks, you can open 3 or 4 drawers with one. Brand new. And needles. Good for smaller locks. Like locker locks. So you trade needles for knives? Strange. Oh, so you aren't a local. We aren't allowed razors. If they catch us, we'll be grounded for a year. Might even get spanked. Nice try with the bullshit, but I'm not buying it. Razors aren't the only forbidden sharp objects. Where'd you get all those pins? Did you break into a tailor shop? Sure. A train full of needles derailed outside my window. Happy now? Why do you care? We barter because we don't need pins anymore. We've outgrown them. Scissors for a needle is a good trade. Deal. So we got a few things here. And I think you trade bread, right? Trade food? Yeah. Thank you for actually coming. You're so brave. Look, we all made a gift for you to welcome you here. See, it's bread. Please don't frown. It's all we can spare. We need to eat too. There's a lot of mouths to feed here. Thank you. When I get my house back, come visit. I'll return the favour. Sorry it's so stale, and drink the milk fast because it'll go bad soon. But the water is fresh from a ravine. So you kids are all hungry too? Well, yeah. We are on our own after all. Alright, thanks for the gift, kids. Sure is timely. Hello, Notkin.
What do you want?
You're here. Good. The trial can begin. Go on. A question first. They say you're no son to old Burak. He was a doctor. He saved lives. It is said that you kill instead. Is that true? Ah, so that's who the accused is. Answer the question, please. Are you a murderer or no? I may have killed, yes. Tell me, is it right to kill? We need to know what you believe. Old Burak wasn't just a doctor to us. He was a teacher. He knew how to live. You say you are his son, so you're to take his place and answer, is murder acceptable? No. Killing is never right. Never forget that. But do you plan to avenge your father? We're talking about you, children, not about me. Good. You now know the kind of man you are. Here ends the trial. You're free to go. So you know me, huh? That was quick. Guess I should talk to you if I'm ever confused. And we're going to start filling out our character list here.
Should have kept quiet. A bargain's a bargain.
So, is revenge bad too? Yes, life finds its own way of punishing the wicked. So you say murder is bad, but it's easy for you to say. You'd never gave Wolfing a bone, never fed Duke, never met Leica. I'd like to see if you'd change your tune when you actually encountered the traitor. I bet my soul you'd lose it and snap his neck. What are you saying? Here's the deal. You're so full of the milk of human kindness. Go and meet Leica for yourself. If you truly, honestly believe a lying, cheating lowlife like him deserves to go free, let him go free. But if you figure he needs to be taught a lesson, give him this leash. It'll bring him back here, guaranteed. And then what? You'll kill him? Of course not. Did you teach us that murder is never right? But we will send him 6 feet under. I'll hold you to it. We have a deal. Murky says it's by the gumstone. Who's Murky? The girl in the corner. She was the one who told us you're a killer. Did she see me then? She did, but don't bother her. She's frightened as it is. Fine, where do I go? The gumstone. Stepwood from the basket. Aren't you supposed to know all this? Or do you step folk have different names for everything? Ah yeah, the step people call it Hilu, hatred. See you around, pups. Anyone else got anything to say? Nope. Okay, we'll go see Bad Grief now. Not sure how long I'll play. I'll at least get to the end of day 1 today. Possibly make it through the funeral of Isidore Barak is probably as far as I would go, but just mindful of my energy, so we'll see how we do. And reputation begins to plummet. There he is. Talk to the reflection first. Even in a handcrafted town like this, there is an underground, a rat's nest, at odds with the law, at odds with good morals. People come to them with dubious challenges and requests. Just say it out loud. They're thieves. You know my master. He is your friend, and he hasn't changed much since you last saw him. He always loved to live on the edge. Never was a stickler for rules, but he was never truly vile or cruel. Yet he has changed. He wants to seem a kingpin, a king, a local czar of his own small turf. Wants to seem, not be. Play a big wheeler-dealer. But that's not who he really is. He's just playing pretend? Don't make me laugh. Would you like to know what your old friend is truly worried about now? He's playing a dashing scoundrel in front of you, but his soul is trembling. Well, why? He's worried that blood started to spill now, and it was probably spilled by his men, people who rubbed shoulders with him, hiding their teeth at first. He's worried you'll think he has it all under control, meaning today's craze is his doing. Isn't it? Perhaps he is partially responsible. Perhaps he did corrupt them with his talk of how any law is but chains that one must break in order to become free and truly human. But he never wanted bloodshed. Keep that in mind. Thanks, Reflection. That's comforting to know.
And Vlad stays quiet. Has his finger in the pie, I'm sure.
Well, look who's entered my humble home. Could that be my pal Artemy the artist? The Artemy who cuts arteries, maybe? No, I don't recognize this man. Too soft. Must have kept him swaddled and coddled, whatever palace he ran off for. Palace? I left for school. Climbing the ladder then? If only. A little bird told me you're a hard-boiled criminal now. I'll admit, old friend, I got misty-eyed with pride. Lucky for you, I can store you anywhere in the warehouses, and no quail nor nightingale would sing a tune. I'm not some product. You know, fun. Aren't you happy to see an old friend? Oddly enough, I am. Odd indeed. Why so cheery? You're going to help me? You know about my father's death, don't you? I do. May he rest in peace. He was a decent man and the best sawbones around. You honour him. What's the plan then? Revenge, or something with a little more finesse? I'll find out who's behind this. Then we'll see. Just stay away from Saburov. I mean it, cub. The man's a hawk. All might makes right, no sense. He'll throw you in jail first, and only think months later. I know you're thick-skulled too. You'd charge in there, shoulders squared, thinking, oh, the truth will win out. Bullshit. Stay away. You hear me? Are you finished? Calm down.
There once was a man of great humor who found he was dead of a tumor. But he woke up today to his neighbor's dismay, and that of his cow once he took her.
You run into the old crowd? Stark Reuben? Lara? I've been to Reuben's. He's not home. Gotta say, it's a tough time for our friendship. I mean, if you can even call this friendship. Gravel-hearted Lara won't look at me now, and Stark's even worse. He completely ignored my plea for help. You need help? You gone outside recently? It's chaos. Innocent souls torn limb from limb. Everyone's lost their minds hunting the culprit. A step golem, some think, but others, they're after your hide, friend. All this going on, naturally, my men ran into a mob. Barely got out alive. They need a sawbones, bad. Your old man's gone, and the star student Stark won't take the job, so... Let me patch them up. I am a surgeon after all. Are your men still here? Not here. Shiner dropped by, said they're waiting for death in a hideout. Poor piecework, he's knocking on heaven's door. Got something stuck in the belly. Can you believe, folks? They're all shapeshifters, I swear, shedding skin and eating each other. May not look it, but every person in this town has a vile beast inside. I'll use the scalpel you just had lying around then. Wonderful. You find anything in his belly he doesn't need? Don't toss it. Bring it to me. Might be useful. What? Like a memento? It's still a weird one. Bread in the bone, I suppose. And more stuff. Already filling up the inventory here. How's everything looking? Still looking okay. I could use a bandage. And we've added bad grief to that list, and a few things to the thoughts. Solana halves want to punish the culprit who poisoned their dogs, but I don't want them to do something they'll regret for the rest of their lives. Ferryman, one of Grease Boys, got stabbed all the way up here. So we'll go speak to the culprit. Deal with that particular issue. See how we do. It's definitely an easier start than... I think overall Pathologic 2, I think on a replay, is still a bit easier than Pathologic 1's Haruspeck's route. I mean, I might be proven wrong, but just from memory, I feel like it's easier to anticipate some of the beatings that you receive, because a lot of the time it's all to do with how well you can manage with what you've been given, whereas those couple of trials at the end of Pathologic 1 drain your resources in a way that can be hard to manage.
The worst is yet to come.
Look at you, feeling better, but the town's not too welcoming, is it? Don't worry, the step is wide. It can hide anyone. What brings you here? Who are you, kid? Why do you ask? Tell me straight, were you the one who poisoned the dogs? All lies. I'm a good, kind soul. Explain yourself. The Solana halves are the real punks, and Notkin is the worst. And punks deserve to suffer, right? But you can't hurt them. They just wipe the blood away and keep going. So you need to hit them where it does hurt, right in the heart. Make them see how it feels. You're disgusting. Scram. Wonderful, so off you go. By the way, if you need anyone to confirm that you only arrived this morning and couldn't have murdered anyone last night, just say the word. I'll run to Saburov and testify. I don't need anything from you. Get lost. Dog killer is the dog who saw me at dawn. He could testify to my alibi. But I like dogs and he's disgusting. Let him go to hell. Maybe I can talk to Knockin and see what he thinks of my decision. I do think as well, like, part of it is that Pathologic 2, or to me anyway, feels like it moves a lot faster. I mean, it helps that I have a sprint button, obviously, but time accelerates every day and every night. Goes by quicker than the one that came before, so the game's momentum never stops. Always getting faster and faster. So I do suspect, all things going well, that Pathologic 2 won't take me as long to stream. That's just a guess at this very early stage. And I do want to see everything that I can see in one playthrough, so maybe I'll try and push it out in that regard, but I'm not anticipating that it will take as long as it took me to get through the original Pathologics. The other thing I do need to do for Pathologic 2 is set up YouTube streaming, which I'm going to try and do at some point soon.
Who found he was dead of a tumor, but he woke up today to his neighbor's dismay, and that of his cow once he took her.
Jester thinks you're a decent sort. He's not the only one. So behold, we solemnly grant you this leash. Means you're always welcome here, that you may even get your own half one day. Not everyone does. What Jester? My half, my cat. Called Jester because he can rope walk, stand on his forepaws, and eat raw potatoes. Cool. Now look, see Murky? There she broods. She saw you get off the train this morning. Saw as you got attacked. Saw everything. But she doesn't talk much, and I think few grown-ups would believe her. It's better than nothing, though. Thank you. Have a word with her. What a twist. I rubbed the soul in halves with their revenge, but somehow they're thankful for this. Some things aren't bound to happen.
Dad used to bring us food home from the factory.
Go away. I saw everything. No one saw me, but I did. What do they call you, kiddo? I'm not a kiddo. No one calls me. Did you see the fight? What is there about you to love? Nothing. So I don't. That's alright. You don't have to love me. I don't need you. Nuh-uh. Things were great without you. Great. Okay, maybe we will become friends when you get a little older. Everyone hates me. I'll be hunted. So, father is dead. Should I still insist on rushing home? So we might as well go up through here, dodging people, and get all of that done. I feel like those are the quests for today, because we don't want to go and see Saburov. He is just going to go throw us in jail, and that will make us waste an entire day. And I'm pretty sure he's happy to let you starve in there as well. So you can lose health and hunger waiting it out in the jail. And that's the guy who sells the revolver, but I'm not sure whether I'll bother buying it. I don't recall ever really... I found it very ineffective in Pathologic 2. I was never really that convinced by its actual use. It doesn't even headshot enemies, the revolver, anymore. Could shoot someone sort of point blank range in the head and they would just sort of keep on coming. So I don't know if I'd waste my money on it. Just try and avoid getting into any fights for as long as possible. I love the little, what are they called, jerboas? Little jumping mice. Just adds another little layer to the town, and is a good way to replace the rats, since obviously the rats are a significant enemy in the original game. But we don't have to worry about rats this time around, which I think a lot of people were quite grateful for, myself included. The fighting rats, I think, with this fancy new combat system might have been sort of a stretch a stretch too far, really. Just let him pass by a little bit. Okay, never mind.
Stop right there.
Excuse me. I found myself exhausted, soon to fall. Dead tired, they say. Wonder what it means. No good at riddles? When your exhaustion peaks, soon death follows. But how can one escape such a sad fate? Surprise me. But woe is me, for I've no place to sleep. Doors lock before this low tragedian. Now unwelcome here in his hometown. Same here. Go home, Burak. Repose will do you good. Should you find another's cot, be quick to steal sleep. Sweet dreams, misfortune seeker. Thanks, and you too. Ow. So we're going to get used to being spun around and punched in the back of the head quite a lot. It is a running theme. There, locked shut. Won't let anyone in. Not that I object. There must be order. So it was ordered. Our house was locked? Who ordered that? Saburov, of course. The governor. I see. So the house is off limits? So you're Burak's son then? The one who left town so long ago? You missed him by hours. Guess it wasn't in the cards. Couldn't you have gotten here, say, yesterday? Everything would be different then. And he waited for you so eagerly. And yet, I've returned. Got Anna and Peter here. No, I'm part of the crowd. I'm part of the crowd.
You know my nerves can only take so much.
Sticky, why are you covered in blood? I fell down the stairs. Just ignore the people who are trying to beat me to death. You're an outsider. Never seen you before, and I know everyone. I'm from here, but I've been away for a while. You do look like the old man. You could be his son. I am his son. What I want to know is, why are you covered in blood? Haven't you seen what the streets are like? Whatever, but I'll remember you. Likewise. Nice meeting you. The crowd's gone mad. Yeah, you should tell them. Like frightened children, so eager to catch someone, anyone, and no idea who. Some say it was an outsider, others a shabnak. When it hits home, people are quick to drag the clay wench from the depths of memory. What clay wench? A shabnak, a deer, a thing of steppe legends. Yes, I know about it. Maybe the killer was a shabnak. Who else? A person couldn't have done it. You think so? Isidore was a man. Men must not kill men, and so men do not kill men. At least not in this town, they don't. Obviously they do now. But of course he wasn't killed. People are mad with grief, so they parrot nonsense. And Saburov, he's only too happy to prey on these rumours. He'll dig his claws deep into this case to flaunt his value. Mark my words. Saburov, so he's in charge now. Well, yes and no. The real ruler is Fat Vlad. Money's power, and the town's business all belongs to Olgimsky. The factory, the abattoir, the railroad, all his. The Kanes still have the power of fear, and Saburov, well, he's technically the leader of the three, but only technically. Where's my father's body? No clue. People used to bring the dead to your father. You know, a doctor. How will he live now? No idea. Unbelievable. The war, the train delayed. What a terrible year. Do you even have a place to stay now? Yes, I have friends in town. 3 at least, they'll help me. Think they still remember you? It's been 6 years after all. One of them's definitely forgotten. Ow. That's everyone yet. Oh. Come on. I'm not doing it, see, like I'm not fighting back. Oh dear. How? Why? Curse this air, this mind-numbing odor. What do we do now? Did you do this? No, it was a twilight-addled mob. The steppe is in bloom and people get crazed, but never before was it this bad. But what for? In the morning, people screamed about a steppe abomination, that it left no footprints and had bones for legs. But now look, it's only a girl. A steppe girl, sure. But alive. What bones? Can't you plainly see that it's a normal girl? Don't you know how it goes? Get her, one screams, and the rest crowd without hesitation. Especially in the night, especially with their minds intoxicated. Not everyone can think for themselves. It's easier to just do as you're told. Do people scream things like that often around here? Have you been listening, lad? I'm telling you, this is the first time. The world must be coming to an end. Indeed. You people still following me? You don't have anything to say. Just gotta make it to this house here on the corner. There he is. Gonna hear that a lot through this playthrough. There he is. Never gets old. Anything to say? Nope. Must all be the one about sleeping. Okay, just in here. Should lose them. I don't think they'll follow me in here. Right. Here we are. And you are a doctor from Bad Grief. Tell me what happened. One of ours got himself cut is what happened. A shiv stuck in his side. Lots of blood, see? At least he's breathing for now. Got water? No. Don't you forget to give him alcohol. Or powders, anything. Gotta kill the pain first. A twitchy man, this one. He'll flop around like a fish. Powders? You have no idea how to perform an operation. But you got something to cut with? That damn thing stuck deep. Tried to get it out with a knife. Didn't work. Need those special knives. Scalpels? I see you're experts at poking around with knives. You probably started this whole mess, didn't you? No, we were doing God's work. Who did away with old Burak? A Shabnak, that's who. So we tracked the man-eater. Then all the step trash poured in, yelling that she's no Shabnak. They took out shivs, 10 of them on 2. You slaughtered a living woman? We avenged Burak. Piecework himself grabbed her. Don't you glare at me like that. Come on, help the man. Can't you see he's about dead? Do what Bad Grief said. Some doctor he sent us. Shut up, I'm on it. Here it is. Hey, I can hear him breathing now. All normal. What is this, Splinter? You're clearly not from around here. This is a local tradition. We don't keep knives. They might call it cutlery, but it sure ain't for cutting. Godless beasts who fear neither life nor death make these disposables. You jab once, then it breaks. All about observing the custom. The custom has nothing to do with breaking shivs, asshole. It's about not cutting bodies. At all. It is worth me eating now, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. Have that, and then... I've got to order some stuff here. Cool. Time to loot as much of this place as we can. It's always the trade-off as well. Is it worth using a needle? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. So I might come back to some of these ones as well, since we should have plenty of time. Cool. And then... basically got to get it into the red at the same time. It's in this drawer. Not a bad haul there, actually. Oops. That was the only thing that we could loot in this room, which is unfortunate. Okay. Let's just check everywhere we can. Okay. Not a bad haul I've got going here, I think. Doing quite well for myself. Move this up here, take that. Full bag already. Look around, Burak, at this abandoned house. Of course it's abandoned. Those thugs wouldn't be here otherwise. Have you secured all you need to survive? I've got nothing I need, neither food nor water nor clothes. I hardly urge that you mimic those two, but times are dire, and what you need you may find lurking in empty houses such as these. If the owner should return abruptly, you are neither first nor last criminal here. So you say I should burgle this place. Exactly. 'Tis your life at stake, and things are merely things that you might then repay. You are indeed a doctor here, Barak. Quite so. A doctor, not a burglar. But I can, a doctor can learn. Requires quite a lot to break through. Also requires quite a lot to break through. Try this one. Perfect. Creepy pictures. Decent amount of money. Complete waste of a needle there. There's nothing inside. That's the risk you run, of course. And from here, yeah, we'll just make it to Lara's house, I believe. I don't think there's anything else. Well, we do have to run back, actually, and let Bad Grief know. He helped his friend, quote unquote. Getting very lucky with the needles, which is allowing me to keep opening stuff. We'll break the shiv and we'll be able to come back for those nuts at the very least. Okay, not bad. It'll definitely break before we can unlock the next one, but that's alright. Broke into most of the rooms. Okay. Oops. I'm gonna do this mid-air just to make it a little bit more challenging. Perfect. Almost got too much stuff now. Did I pick up the little thing? Or did that... Where did that go? There was food in here, but I don't think I picked it up. Did it phase through the floor? And yeah, it ended up... phased through the wall and ended up in there. Okay, what can I do? I could drink the milk. Yeah. And then pick that up and then run back. Pick this up and yeah, inventory is full again, but I think we've looted everything we can in this house, I believe. Yeah, excellent. He doesn't have anything else to say, does he? No. And the house, yes, locks behind us. So, are they all finished over by the stake? Trial complete? What stake? Did you hit your head somewhere, big guy, or are you just stupid? They called a man-eater at the bone stake lot. A clay demon from the steppe. Look, I don't have time to catch up some random idiot. Holy hell, your parents ever teach you any manners? Hey, big fella, on your way here, did you hear anything? Like a train? What train? Oh, an outsider. So, we send meat and skins to the outside world and they send back a big old train of provisions, mostly stuff we can't make. Dad says it's like living out at sea, on a faraway island. Does your dad work at the factory, the skinnery, or the cannery? What? No, my dad's a postman. If he worked at the factory, phew, I wouldn't be here at all, because Mum would have had an abortion. Hey, aren't you too young to talk about that kind of stuff? Why? She says it herself when she sees Uncle Bertie. And you walk around repeating it? Have some tact. The train is already 2 weeks late. We might very well starve soon. Like, we've almost run out of sweets. Uta bartered away all her buttons for a lump of sugar yesterday. Unbelievable. Unbelievable indeed. I'd keep my buttons. Do you still have a name? Same as you, I believe. Father threw his out. He's faceless now. Makes me kinda sad. Why'd he do that? Guess he did something bad. I wonder what. Or something good. That's how it usually goes. Really? Do you know for sure? 'Cause he can't tell now. You just don't stop loving him. Ferryman. Do you have to trade? Ferryman fingernail. No. Nothing at the moment. What I will do then is... Well, we can go to the bone steak lot and watch that really loud, quite confronting cutscene. And then once we've done that, go back to Bad Grief. Once we've done that, run to Lara's house. A Shabnak Adig always steals the form of a woman, but that's mere illusion, broken the moment it starts to run. That's when you notice the legs, made of bone or clay. It leaves no trace behind. When it runs, the illusion dissolves, like a smell carried away on the wind. You're chasing step demons, huh? Little seasonal lapse of sanity? You must be an outsider. If you'd lived here as long as I have, you'd sing a different tune. Here the earth is alive. It bears more than just crops. Sometimes it spits out a horror so unfathomable, you spend the whole night sleeping in fits and starts. Clay and bones cultivate a beast. People don't kill other people around here. Only a Shabnak would do that. I am a local. How fares your kind, Katanga? Finally, someone who doesn't treat me like a villain. Bayala, how fares your kind? I think I might have clicked on the wrong one there. We the Katanga must help each other out. You're our kin. Shouldn't get into fights, Tanga. You always lose, no matter who remains standing. How come? Think, Tanga. If they kill you, then it's very bad, right? But if you kill them, it's still bad. Everyone will hate you. Won't let you in, sell you food, or barter. You'll be hunted. Do you need a wolf's life? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. They don't treat each other that way. We are the kin. They dislike us. True. We are the kin. Don't get into fights, Uninte. Clean up your name first. As time passes, people will accept you. Then do as you please. Bayala, let Mother Bodo caress your step. One coin. Looks like either way I go, I'm going to be in for a little fight. The best way to go actually probably is this way. Or in for a little jog, I should say. Come on, dude. Totally unnecessary. Look at him jogging. Slowly jogging. You gonna help me? This guy's... Yep, okay. Good, he was so intimidated by that other guy. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Step has gotten into you. Who breathes air in the fall dies before he sees it all. But I like breathing. Guess a bear like you can breathe some and be fine, but only some. A bear, huh? Friends used to call me Cub when we were kids, but back then it was ironic. Mum says that while twire, chickenpox, crowberry, swish and joy all bloom, you have to sleep every 5 hours, or your head will explode. No explosions, but our brains do get less oxygen in the fall around here. Huh? Are you a doctor or something? I hate doctors. Mum says all doctors are slackers and frauds, even old Burak. I'm a surgeon. Ever consider having your tongue removed? And that, of course, makes our reputation go up. Yeah, we'll cut around the side here. And enter into the lot. Oh, we can talk to you as well. Everyone's losing their minds. Hell, they'll just start looking for ghosts and boogeymen soon. Shabnaks don't exist. Just the damned twire blooming, making our heads swim. Do you know who started the rumour? Who could ever figure that out now? You know, I swear I recognise your face. Who are you? I'm Artemi, Isidore Burak's son. I have returned. Hi there. And here's the cutscene here, I think. Love that moment where it switches to her first person view. I think it's a very, very well directed little cutscene. Her scream, the poor thing, it must have hurt terribly. Could she have been a person? Clay doesn't scream. What have you done? It wasn't us. She was already burning when we came here. We tried to save her, but failed. Oh, it wasn't you. Then who? Hell if I know. I think it was the Clay wench, the one who killed the old man. But I guess it wasn't. Oh, poor sinners. You're crazy. Okay, circle around. Termitary here. Someone's about to jump. It was an accident, I swear. She was trying to get out, not fall down. She held so tight. Why? Is there a fire or something? The termitary got locked, didn't you know? Olgimski's orders. Rumour has it the workers were on a strike. A strike, finally. People are like sunflower seeds to Big Vlad. He extracts their lifeblood like oil. They've had enough. They've had it with working both day and night shifts so often. So he locked them in to keep it contained, to protect the town, or we'd have a riot. A third of the town works for the Bull Enterprise. Are they all inside? Like beasts in a cage. Doesn't bode well. The thirst keeps driving down toward my death. Don't be foolish. I'm the one dying of thirst. Indeed. See me act out your fate, dear fool. Help! Someone help! This thirst is soon to kill me. This is just bad acting. I'm not emotional like that. No? 'Tis hard to tell with you. But if you think yourself so smart, do say, what happens next? Someone, not I, gets a good kick. You die, my friend. That's how it ends. Water is all around, though puddles make poor drinks. Sip then from fountain spouts from barrel bungs. A bottle is all you need. Here, have one. Thanks for the bottle, foolish man. Although, of course, I don't have any room to carry it. If I did this, I would. Gotta be clever sometimes, you know, really clever. Move along or I'll scream. Why are you all so angry? Have I wronged you in some way? You're a cold-blooded murderer. You killed our protector. You're a walking clue, fella. Bloody clothes, foreign face, and you stink like a railroad. Rumour has it that's where the murderer hid. Were you trying to escape? Skip town? What? Protector? Who are you talking about? You know who. Move along, I said. I have nothing to talk to you about. And stop glaring, I'm not afraid of you. I'll scream. Why don't you then? Go ahead. So talk to this person. There's a lot of sort of introductory setup dialogue on the first day with the townspeople. I'd like to trade with you for my conscience's sake, but no one will trade with thieves or murderers. Barter is about trust. What does conscience have to do with it? Barter is a sacred tradition. You understand that it's not about objects at all, don't you? Not about objects. Would you like to trade your coat for a match, then? I might have accepted that offer, but I won't trade with a man who has a burdened conscience. Why poison my own fate? There is no fate. We make our own lives. You're weird. Your fate won't improve my life, only my own trust, get it? When I trust someone, I get lucky, so good things come my way. Fine, I'll clear my good name soon. Then we can barter. You have to talk as well. A murderer walks the streets, human or shabnak, who knows, but our kids are outside too. Won't stay home no matter what we tell them. Why can't you just ground them? Everything's terrible. It all started with that awful tower. There's nothing we can do now. Kids do whatever they damn well please. Can't say anything to them. I mean that. Try and the words stick in your throat. They've become complete strangers to us. What about common blood, I tell you? What about paternal love? You sure there's nothing to be done? Because they belong to that damn tower now. What is it, anyway? Hard to explain. The tower crushes us. Try to speak a word against it, and it's as if an invisible blade slices your vocal cords. It did something to our kids. Like they're crossing a river on thin ice, and you can't follow, only call after them. How many children do you have? Me? 2 younger brothers, 12 and 15, both in the tower. Let them play. No harm in playing in a giant, ungovernable tower that defies the laws of physics. Nothing whatsoever. So we'll run back and see Bad Grief. And yeah, I'd sort of forgotten how much, it's very well done, I think, the setup of game mechanics by explaining how the rules of the town work, the fever, the feverish herbs that, could cause a stroke and really tire you out. That's obviously defined in the first game as well. I just feel like it sort of feels quite naturally done, organically done in this game, which I like a lot. Okay, I helped your guy.
A jug sent to the well often is soon smashed.
Let us rest on the mountain, or let us rest by the river. That's the song your people sing when times are hard, isn't it? How's piecework? I assume you kicked the bucket? No, I patched piecework back together. Cub, my friend, you didn't mess around in school, huh? And to hell with Stark, let him sulk, and he makes it worse for himself. So what's the plan now? The plan is to live and breathe, and thieve and leave. What'd you find inside piecework? Just curious. This, you men are fond of shivs, huh? If an incendiary bullet would be less cruel. Well, that's people for you. I've been wondering what our kind townsfolk fashion those little barbs from. I see. This explains who broke into Warehouse 8 last week. The thread unravels. I'll make a note of this. If you find more shivs, bring them to me. Don't give them to the kids, even if they offer bullets. I know. I've been offered a good deal. So, yeah, cool. So save again. And here's the VAR. Looks a little bit different than the hunchback he appeared as in the previous game. So you're a trained surgeon. Good, this is good. Shame that your esteemed degree is of no help to me. Why is that? The kin has not accepted you yet. You are Burak's son, but sharing blood is not enough. Supposedly you're a Minku by birth, but in truth you aren't. You went away to study who knows where, leaving people behind. Old folk don't appreciate that. Will the kin accept you at all? A Minku. Does this word mean anything to any of you still? I'm not a step man, but I do know that among your lot, only Minkus can become butchers, wise men, or surgeons, because they know the lines. Is that what you call it, the art of understanding the world, the lines? Yes, the lines. And that's why you and I have nothing to talk about yet. You may know how to wield a scalpel, but you don't know the lines. And in this town, no one would trust you to cut a body before you comprehend the world's design. So you can't help me out. Who are you, anyway? I'm Var. I have a business, an unusual one. Your father used to deliver certain goods to me. Now I came to ask Bad Grief. He's a bandit, after all, a law unto himself. But turns out he's too lily-livered to cross this particular boundary. What kind of business? I buy blood and organs, body components, human components. What for? You're no Minku. You wouldn't understand. Forget it. Show me where you live. I want to talk to you about the kin some more. So, I'm just going to make it all the way to the other side of town here. Bad Grief remembers me. Well, I'm useful anyway. Not that he's of much help. I've broken a step taboo. I've cut a body open. This town does not provide the best working environment for a surgeon. That's an understatement. She must be offended or ashamed. She's free to go, we told her, but she refuses. I'll have you know we were respectful. We only checked her legs. It's mandatory. She had normal human legs. So free to go now, yet there she stands. Are you harassing this woman, scum? God forbid, we treated her with utmost respect. Why call us scum? We ain't no crazed mob, we're on duty here. See the leather cap? We belong to the house. What house? We are the Sabarovs people. Each of the 3 houses assigned someone to look for the monster. The Olgimskis, the Kanes of course, and obviously the Sabarovs, the latter being us. Who might you be, good sir? I'm Isidor Burak's son. I've returned home after 6 years. Oh, send my regards to your father. A most respectable man. He dragged my daughter from beyond the grave, and we almost gave up on her. You tell him that. Tell him that Peter the Nightjar sends his fondest regards. There's no point in sending him any kind regards anymore, Nightjar. He's dead. Talk to you. This your money, sir? I think you dropped your purse. Of course it is. Thank you so much for giving it back. Save money, sir. You'll need it yet. An optimist, I see. Alas, today is not the day for commerce. Suspicious folks from out of town are outlawed. But there's a shop that deals in stolen loot, stood among the warehouses, trading with all sorts and no regard for reputation. So you may find a use for money yet. You think so? Should you restore your reputation, sir, would you then wish to seek its ruin anew with theft and robbery? No, of course you wouldn't. But trust in trade, for coins cannot recall from whence they came. Thanks, man in black. And we do also have this as well. So just in general, yeah, the game is much more accessible, right? Something that we can get to grips with a bit easier, because time is kinder to us to start with, I think. And there's just, everyone is telling us a lot of things. They're even, tutorial tragedians handing stuff out on street corners. We're just going to ignore this person. They think he's me, basically. So yeah, we'll just get to Lara's and try and finish the day. I'll play for another 15, 20 minutes, I suppose. No. Yeah, we'll finish the day, and then I'll almost got the next Pathologic character analysis video done, so I'll try to finish that over the next few days when I have a spare moment. Tomorrow I'm hoping to stream either a bit more of this or the Void potentially. We'll see how I'm feeling though. Can I talk to you yet? Yes. Stand still, Yagachin. Can you hear it? Who are you? I've barely any cover left, see? That means I'm almost one with the earth now. I speak to you in her name. Bikara, you've forgotten everything, Yagachin. Why are you standing here, Basagan? Come closer, stand in front of me, and wait. Wait for what? The earth is breathing. Listen to it. Stand still and listen. The earth, our mother Bodho, is in pain. Sobolon, Yadaral. Reveal her vein and she will reward you. Embrace you. Return your mother's embrace. Alright, I'm standing still. Hurry. Hurry. Yamar Birki, Yagachin. He who knows how to dissect people can dissect earth. Sain Tada, Emshin. Now partake of my blood. Let my blood feed the earth. What for? Everyone knows how this works. You quench earth's thirst with blood, you reap its harvest. Try it. Yamar Birki Basagan Bai. Except I can't hold that, and this jerk is chasing me. Basically, if we feed blood to the roots, extra herbs will grow. But for now, we're just gonna go inside for a second. And then I'll come back out momentarily after he's gone away. Okay. Just got a few things here. Definitely need to sleep.
Clemency is born not from virtue, but from fear.
Lara, how long has it been? 7 years? 7? Maybe. You always were better with numbers. Feels like 10. Why are you giving me that look? Hello, red-coated 2. Yes, just on day 1. Having finally finished the original game in its entirety on stream. Finally back to replay Pathologic 2 on stream as well. It's very nice to engage with it again, play it through in its entirety rather than just piecemeal experience. Why are you giving me that look? You smell like blood. Ah, that's nothing. We share the same pain now, siblings in suffering. That's why you've come to see me, isn't it? What are you talking about? We dearly loved our fathers. Now they're both gone. Yours killed this morning, mine this past spring after the battle at the fords. Many terrible things happened while you were away. Comparing and contrasting them is fun. I agree. I quite like... I was talking earlier about how the theatrical elements of the second one are very much, more obvious with this whole conversational framing as though they're standing in, under a theatre spotlight and that kind of thing. But also just how the three friendships that are given to Artemy in this game as part of his backstory actually connect the player on a deeper level to the town. The characters themselves, I think, are more thoughtfully presented, which is a huge, incredibly beneficial change, obviously. I'm sorry, I didn't know your father well, but I always respected him. Must have been killed in action then. Forget it, I don't want to talk about it. Why are you back? Father sent me a letter 2 weeks ago now. A disturbing letter, where he wrote about his involvement in something dangerous. What will you do now? I'll find the killer, of course. You know what? You aren't going anywhere. I won't let you. Take a look at yourself. You can barely stand, let alone run around chasing some assailant. You're staying. Eat something, then get some sleep. When you wake up, we'll figure out the rest. How's that? Fair enough. I'm on my last legs. Wonder who the killer is. Yes, very mysterious. Could be anybody. I'm just going to rifle through your cabinets, Lara. I didn't think you had anything in there. I just wanted to double check. But what I am, like looking at this space here, I love Lara's house in both games, but in this game in particular, it feels like it has a special resonance. Very dark. Lara just sort of hiding herself up the back. It's clear that she has, retreated from the world to some degree, which is what I hope to make, another video essay on to accompany my other Pathologic ones. Is looking at the spaces in the game and how they impact us as a player. So that's one of the projects I'm working on at the moment, and just playing this game again is sparking the thoughts I think I need and the inspiration to actually sit down and write stuff like this. Huge horror game type setting, absolutely. Anything in here? Any money, anything?
Just stay away from me this time of year. Come to think of it, keep your hands off anything here.
Oh, sorry, I literally just rifled through all of your cabinets. That's my bad. Sleep for a few hours. Have a little dream about the rat prophet? No, this is the dream about the people on the train tracks. They called me Bertie, short for Bertrand. That's one of the kinder nicknames. Bertie was fine. Name's just a name. Got murdered at the station last night. Didn't rightly know what I was doing there. Figure I just went along with the herd. With a name like that, it must have been a tough life. I'll be better now. I was called Kirik. It was my idea to catch the murderer at the station. So we lay in ambush. The train came. A man got off. Get him, boys, I cried. That was stupid of me. The killer would be getting on, not off. I'm sorry. Artemy is so unbothered by everything. 100%. I love the just sort of antagonistic nature of so many of the bits of dialogue. It feels like the one reprieve that a player has from all of the horrible, crushing mechanics of the game is the ability to strike back, to lash out with your words. I feel like it's such an important vent, I think, for the player in this game. My name was Jacob Sturck, worked in shipping, 2 marriages, both happy, brought up a daughter. Friends woke me up in the night. They were getting a posse together to catch old Kane's killer. We ambushed him at the station. That's where I was killed, with my own knife, no less. What Kane? Who did you expect to find there? Upstairs we go. Did you enjoy your little chats? They don't blame you, as you saw. I suppose they haven't quite come to terms with their fates yet, or perhaps they have. Death does that to people. Serves them right, I won't cry over them. I'll tell you a story. Once there was a man who wanted to fix everything. He begged on bended knee for a chance to turn back time. When he got it, history repeated itself. Good job, we told him. That's your fate. He asked us once more, and obviously this has a number of sort of thematic resonances, right? Firstly, to repeating the story, which we experienced obviously with the little prologue section on day 12, but also the fact that we can't change the immutable facts of Artemy's backstory, and it's up to us to shape and define him after the fact. Within the bounds of the game, of course, there's still a limited number of options, but at least from here we can choose to define him against what the narrative has already told us and shown us that he has done. So we let him try once more, but with a catch. He who denies his fate will be punished. He'll keep living as a cripple, lame, wounded. See where I'm going with this? Did he try again then? I don't remember, and I don't care. Even if he didn't, there probably wasn't a happy ending. You can't fight fate, Barak. It's immutable. He was permanently crippled. I wonder how. The evil, incomprehensible pathologic time loop premise that they never really explain. It's always, I think, more satisfying that it is left up to your interpretation. But in Pathologic 2, of course, they really lean into the fact that it's a sequel. And I think that fact is obviously very, very important for how the narrative is framed. It's framed as a second attempt, right? And that second attempt gives a returning player the sort of comfort of like, oh yeah, like I sort of know what's going on, and it gives a new time player perhaps this sense of intrigue of sort of, oh, what did come before. I see you're a man of fate, Barak. What are you trying to prove? You can't change fate. Have you heard the story of Oedipus? But what's my fate? I told you already, Barak. It's not pretty. You'll spill blood. Just let it go, Ripper. Don't be so bullheaded. Just because you have a hammer doesn't mean every problem's a nail. If I have a hammer, then you might be in trouble, beakhead. Comparing a man to Oedipus while he's being accused of patricide, brutal. That's a really good comparison. Thank you for noting that. I was about to let that slip by. That's a good one. Wake up, cub. There's someone upstairs. A thief must have gotten in. Oh, who could that be? Someone even worse. You don't have much to steal. Something's fumbling around. I hear it. What if it's the thing that killed Isidore? What if the soil spit out a Shabnak after all? Well, I hope so. Is there a weapon I can borrow? Of course not. Maybe a knife in the kitchen, I guess. Forget it. I'll get by on strength if needed. Who could it be? Hello. Which window did you get in through, by the way?
Is a hand? Or is it just the fingers? Or the prints themselves?
I really need to finish the character analysis video I'm making on Changeling, I really do. Got any idea where she keeps bread? The shelves are empty. Who are you? A close friend or a bitter enemy? Your choice, really. So, friends? What do you want? Do you believe in divination, Burak? No, I don't. Well, that makes things harder, because you're going to do something awful, and I could have saved you the disgrace. But I guess you'd rather stay gloomy, self-centered, and bull-headed. Am I right? I'm going to disgrace myself? You'll spill a ton of blood, Burak. Tremendous amounts. A river of blood. Family blood. Beloved blood. You will drown this town in blood, and soon, unless you trust me. I had to trust the Bachelor earlier today as well. Totally. So a bite of toast and you'll wave your hands and fix everything? Or do you take coin? Listen to me. You need to leave town. Now. If you must stay, lay low, do nothing. The less you do, the less grief you'll bring to those around you. Abandon your schemes. I'll handle it on my own. It'll be glorious. You'll see. What are you going to do? Whatever it takes. It's all going to hell. And soon. We're halfway there now. Just stay still. Trust me, will you? I'm your sister. Your double. I know what must be done. I know a great deal, Burak. The future is open to me. Prove it. Your life lessons will prove me right. But heed my words. Whenever you want to do something, don't. You'll just make it worse. You'll be the demise of your hometown. You'll drown it with blood. Listen up, because I'll say this only once. If I ever catch you here again, I might get angry. And if you cross me, it'll be your blood that begins this. How's that for prophecy?
Bitch. What a beautiful word. Bitch. I'm talking about my sister.
Beautiful voice acting. Have you thought about what I told you? I had the strangest dream. Was it your doing? No, yours. Don't you want to know what I dreamed of? Red-coded. Not to hate on Dankovsky. I love him, but I hate him, but I love him. But I really adore Artemy as a perspective character returning home instead of being a newcomer. Maybe I'm just extra intrigued by the kin stuff and picking herbs. I remember when this game was first announced and I was like looking forward to it, and then I was like, oh, the Bachelor's not going to be the first character, what? But then obviously with the benefit of hindsight, having played it a lot, Artemy I feel like is almost the ideal perspective character, I think, for Pathologic. He bridges two worlds. He's asked to make some decisions that are directly rooted in the earth and the people, rather than sort of more abstract ideological and intellectual stuff. Obviously there's still quite a bit of that in here, like it is Pathologic, of course, but you're right. Like I agree with you that the idea of a return, I think, is inherently more interesting, which also supports that framing that we were talking about with the time loop stuff, right? So the idea that the play is being staged again links in with Artemy's returning home, re-experiencing this place for the first time, which worked really well on me as well when I first played it on release in 2019, because obviously I knew the town and the story very well from having played the original game. So then when I played Pathologic 2, the idea of the return felt very, very powerful. And of course, yeah, as you say, the kin stuff, the kin subplots and their culture and their importance to the town are very well presented, I think. Not many games treat indigenous cultures with the respect or the gravitas that they deserve. And the picking herbs mechanic, obviously, is a great incentive to explore the game's gorgeous environments. But no, as you say as well, Dankovsky is great too. But Artemy is very, very special character. They did a great job with him in both games. Of horror, I'm sure. All dreams are prophetic, and since you dreamed it, you must have seen yourself spill blood. Sorry for the wait, by the way, Changeling. I was talking to someone else. As for the details, spare me. My nerves are delicate. I'm not some monster myself. Are you sure it was prophetic? It was prophetic, no doubt about that. I'm a step man and we believe in fate. You can't run from fate. I started with Pathologic 2, and I think starting with Artemy was a fantastic introduction. It's like being thrown into language immersion, literally as well with the Kin's language. Yes, I think more games need to, I think, respect the player enough to just like dump them into the world and just say go, you know. Like Pathologic 2 does a good job tutorializing stuff, as I said before, by talking to the characters of the town, and having them sort of explain the situation and the mechanics through the lens of, you know, the town's culture and stuff. But also, just in general, like, you are left to sort of figure things out for yourself, right? It's very, very clever. Very well done.
White birds are killed, yet black cats are beloved.
I do, yeah. I'm always interested in people's perception of Pathologic, you know, starting with Pathologic 2. So you started with, and then you went back and played the original as well? So what was it? Some beggar, I think, broke into your house. She's babbling nonsense. Should I toss her out? Don't. If she's already here, let her be. Maybe she's hiding from the violent mob. I'll check on her later, provide some care if needed. She could use that.
A stranger brought me an unusual vial today.
Things still look bad for you, Cub. We managed to help a little. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy to be Cub again. I missed you, Lara. They'll come to their senses soon. You know how mobs work. I explained to the right folks that you had nothing to do with Isidor's death. Women, mostly. They'll spread the news quick, here in the flank at least. In the chine and backbone, you'll be safer. They'll come to their senses, but I'll forever be suspected of patricide. It's up to you, Cub. Is it? You were gone for 6 years. You're an outsider now, and you came back on the wrong side. Maybe you didn't kill Isidore, but you killed someone, right? Didn't even need to see the blood. Your butcher's eyes told me everything. That 1,000-yard stare. It was kill or be killed. You'd rather see me dead? You'll have to start over, Cub. Maybe not entirely. The kin must be eager to see you. With Isidore gone, someone has to take his place. Not just for your step people, but for us all. Thank you, Gravel, for everything. Yes, language immersion is my go-to example because it really throws you into these conversations with words the player couldn't possibly know. By the end of the game, I found I understood some words that had never, not once, actually been defined for me. I think, yeah, like, it's so cool, right? It's so cool that a game can give you that feeling of total immersion in another culture, another setting, another language, and then by the end have you actually positioned within that culture. It's such a rare experience that that we can actually sort of engage with a digital culture, I think, on that level, and it's because the themes of the games are so strong. Like, it's very clear that the game that the developers rather have such a handle on the culture, and presenting it really and immersing the player in it is the challenge. Hello. Finally, we're back together. I've been waiting for you, Barak. Will you have me now? Wait, I seem to recognize your face. Don't you remember me, Colburn? Well, I remember you, and I remember your words. So will you have me now? You're an herb bride. We can't have a relationship. Your hands are so heavy. Shh, don't touch me yet, else the dress will tear and it's no good. The tears in the dress must appear on their own during the dance, just like the earth is torn apart when it releases herbs. I'm not touching you. So will you have me now? Will we be joined forever? Were we lovers? Fine. I'll wait for you to remember me. We'll meet again soon. I'll find you. For now, try to remember who I am, Colburn. Signe Dehe, or there'll be trouble. I'll wait for you, Basagan. You're too quick, kind sir. You pace ahead of schedule like a man possessed. Let's see. The next event of consequence is set to come into your life tonight, later. So what now? Guess I could get some sleep. Why sleep? So much to do, so little time. If you can find an hour or two to spare, then make the most you can of precious time. For bitter fate demands that you prepare. Explore the town and fill your pockets. Quick. Your time is short and no one knows what tide tomorrow brings. Oh, I know. An ill tide. Is the blood still out here? It is. Cool. Do that. And now we have the herbs growing. The question is, what can I eat? I can eat this. Just gonna raise my thirst. Which is gonna make me drop the bottles, which I'm gonna have to pick up. Too bad I missed the tell to Neil to go to hell conversation. Yeah, sadly that was one of the first conversations I had. I feel like I beelined there. I need 4 slots free. I only have 1. I don't really think there's much else I can do. Wasting a bandage feels like a silly idea. I'll come back for them. I think they remain. I love this. It really looks like she stole his seat and he now doesn't know what to do. Yeah, it's fine. You can sit there. It's not like they wanted to. It's fine. Okay. So we will, in fact, go back to sleep, despite their advice. Just for another 3 hours.
Was it a month ago? I don't remember.
Someone's here from Olgimsky. They want to talk to you. Don't worry. There's no danger. Why would I worry? Drink Twyrine. I got a Schmauder day 1 once. That's impressive. I haven't had good luck with Schmauder on my last few playthroughs, to be honest. Master says you're doing well. He said with each hour, fewer and fewer people think he's the murderer. He said, tell him that I want to talk, let him come to the lump right away. Your master? Big Vlad. Ah, Olgimsky. What does he want with me? If he's summoning you, you must go. No dawdling, he said. True. If Big Vlad calls, you come. Well, there we go. And yeah, we're back to no one cares about you. Because we spent all day on the couch, so we're clearly not a threat to anybody. That's what I try and tell people after I spend a day playing video games for research. I'm not a threat. I just like studying video games, honest. Okay, so we'll go to Big Vlad's and then... Oh, yeah, possibly... I suppose... does the bar open immediately after that, or do I have to sleep at Big Vlad's again for a little bit? Regardless, we'll definitely end day 1. And then if I can get to the bar, you know, within the next 10 minutes, I think I'll end there, I suppose, for the day. Just to save my voice. I'm a little tired. But I should hopefully be back tomorrow, all things going well, to play the Void. You gotta stop, so clumsy out of me, you gotta stop dropping those. I have some morphine, thank you. And I'll take that. Oh, these guys are still having a standoff here. Okay, we'll talk to them and run. What you looking at? Get lost. We got him first. Who is he? Don't you see? Barak the Turncoat, Isildur's son himself. Have you lost your mind? He has nothing to do with this. Oh, yes he does. The whole town's saying he did it. Done what, you idiots? The bastard put his own dad 6 feet under, so what you looking at? Get lost, or you're next. Pull it together, will you? Breathe, you're going to pull a muscle. Wouldn't be able to deliver justice then. Wow, just incredible. Good job, guys. You cleaned up the town. And this is very convincing mob justice. Normally I pick the I'm Artemy and then they all start chasing me, so I kind of wanted to remember what it was like to be completely selfish, knowing full well what would happen. A lot of fishing hooks. Okay. Hello there.
What have I done to be punished with children like these?
A familiar old face. You know, I remember what your esteemed father looked like when he was young. I am, after all, only 15 years younger. He was a very decent person. He had a real spine. Bruce Flood. I'm honoured. Welcome home, my dear boy. Welcome home. The reception was rather lukewarm, though, wasn't it? It was. I'm getting reports that you're a villain, my boy. A murderous villain. Where people are upset they couldn't do you in. They're an ugly mob, aren't they? So small-minded. Animals, beasts, swine. At least you slipped away. Perhaps I should stand up for you. I don't need help. I've already dealt with the whole mess. Well, partially. And that's more like it. An independent lad, just like your father. Yeah, I spent the whole day on the couch, sorted everything right out. He despised patronage too. Always by himself. Wouldn't even take my advice. Wouldn't bow to anyone. Shame. A supple backbone can be useful. Can improve the situation for everyone. See, in Pathologic 2 I feel like Big Vlad is much sort of heavier-handed than he was in the original game, where he seemed like a genuine friend to Artemy. In this one, he clearly comes across as someone willing to manipulate Artemy for his own ends, which makes him much less likable. And he's not particularly likable in the original game either, given, you know, he's a cruel industrialist that treats his people horribly and, you know, is happy to see people die, or at least not phased. But in this one, he does come across sort of much slimier, which makes the moment that hopefully I'll get to show off, you know, later on, where he's in his wife's, you know, favourite shop. It makes that moment feel like a bit more profound, like we're sort of seeing a sensitive side to him that we really didn't expect. What are you talking about? My power is immense, boy. Have you forgotten? Everything you see here is mine. The whole bull enterprise, the abattoir, the factory, the warehouses, the station. This town's veins are my reins. Its meat and bones, my throne. I'm the master, and I expect to be obeyed. I imagine he was reciting that in the mirror for hours, trying to get that right. You don't own me, Bus. At least take my advice. I'm always eager to help Isidor's son. Stay here a while. Don't go out. My house is big, plenty of space. If you need anything, just call the servants. Why should I do that? For your future's sake, my boy. What's the rush? Take a rest. You've suffered so much, and the rest of the town will have a rest from you. Thank you, Bus. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Might makes right.
Stop running around, my boy. No need for you to leave. I won't chain you up, but believe me, out there, you'll just make a mess. Where's my father? I need to see his body. Well, he might have been put in the ground already. Your people never linger with the rites of death. They bury the deceased immediately, like a seed, yes? If you take too long, a seed won't sprout. Where do they bury my people these days? In the new cemetery? There's no such thing as your people anymore. Yours, ours, we're all just people. What's past is past, so we're all buried together. Your rites are still different, though. Your kind must be buried in the morning, yes? Yes. Listen, are you planning to avenge your father? I need to find the murderer first. That's not your job. What the hell do you mean? Cain is eager to condemn someone. Sabarov to execute. I, however, I'll make sure we find the right person. Yes, the right one. The right one is the one who killed him. It's not that hard. You're probably off to a pub now, to drink to your father's memory. The Twyrine poison flows wide in the broken heart. Mr. Martin runs a good business. Well, I allow it. A pub? Perhaps. Beats staying here. So if the pub's open, we'll go to the pub and possibly finish up the stream for today. There, just because I do want to save my voice and still have energy to do other stuff tomorrow. So you're Burak's here. I am. You're one of Olgimski's men now, right? Big Vlad said anyone who touches you will be in for a world of hurt. What the hell? He's a complete stranger to me, and I don't need anyone to intercede on my behalf. It's unwise to get in his way. Boos is a powerful patron. Don't let him down. I'll stay on my toes. More scissors. The 3 men I killed out here. Ethel the birds. Not ominous at all. Now we're going this way for a very special reason, and I want to pick up the best character in the game. I mean, well, there's Asperty, and then there's our friend here, the Wonder Ball. Hey, Nokirne, Bikara, you're a good man. Buy my bull. Bayala, Nokirne, how much do you want for it? It's as good as free. 300. Cheap indeed. Is it stolen? You offend me, Katanga. Not stolen. It is just that money is needed more than bulls these days. How come? Prices will rise 2 times tomorrow, 4 times a day after that, and Suwok knows what will happen 2 days after tomorrow. I need to stock up today. Oh my, how do you know this? Don't laugh, but my bull told me. You are a funny man, Nokirne. It's not just any bull, it brings luck. When the time comes, it'll tell you what to do. Can it talk then? Unente, it is known. It will talk on the scariest day of your life, showing you the right way. Caralda, I'd rather not have it at all. Perhaps there won't be a scary day in my life then. That's funny logic, like you believe your own tall tale. The scary day will come if you have a bull or not. It's not his life, but yours. Taken for 200. It is a good bull. Bikara, it'll be useful to you. I don't even have a place to keep it. Pay me now, and I'll bring it to your place later. There'll come a day when you'll be grateful to me. Fine, here's the money. I'll see if you keep your word. See you soon, my friend. Seems the Burak prophecy is true, huh? Each Burak will spill a river of blood, or drown the town in blood, maybe. The wording varies, so it goes. So much death. Burak? You mean Isidore? Of course, he may not have spilled it himself, but it's all happening because of him. Just as the prophecy foretold. Isidore has nothing to do with this. This is on you. What's in here? Bloody bandages, a dead item. Will come in handy with a certain somebody. So yeah, we'll go drinking. So yeah, we've made pretty good time, I reckon. Sort of finishing all the introductory stuff and day 1 in one sitting. Not bad at all. What is the time? It's 9 o'clock. So we'll have a couple of conversations in here, and then we'll wrap up. This brings back... In 2019, I was so excited to get to step into this bar again for the first time. And I'm looking forward to writing a video on, you know, the spaces of this town. If I get to include this bar, because I would hang out at this bar a lot. If I could, I feel like it's such a good layout. And obviously the music, of course. But I love the layout.
You do look like hand over.
Ah, what a face. A loser's face, says Andres to Martin. Look who's talking. The rabble is out of control. At least they looked human before. Did you hear about the stabbings? There's people with knives out in the streets now, brother. That's impossible. Stabbings don't happen here. I mean, I'm quite an artist with the knife myself, but that's different. Everyone knows I obey no law. These people, there's no wholesome fear left in them. Kniving is taboo around here. That's why I loved this town. But you know the tricks of the trade, don't you? I can tell by your hands. I'm a surgeon. It's part of my job. You're a dangerous man. I'm a dangerous man too. We can reach an understanding if you behave yourself in my establishment. Those people with knives, are they still trying to avenge Burak? I don't even care. If they come here, they'll regret it. He who lives by the knife dies by the knife. Such people are outlaws. Killing them incurs no punishment, only gratitude. Judge Kane said so. Judge Kane? Do you mean old Georgie? That means it's serious.
Brother, I hear you're here.
There's a gleam of goodness in your eyes, my friend. Drink with me, Peter to Martin. There's wickedness in my eyes. Everyone says Twyrine heightens the senses, but I think that's only true of hearing. Vision? No, you won't see anything new. It isn't absinthe. No smells either. This place reeks of herbs as it is. Hearing, though? What about hearing? Just drink and you'll hear how the town sounds. You'll hear who's calling you and from where. You'll hear a murmur from afar, perhaps from across the Gorkon, or perhaps from across the Styx itself. Drink to my health, my friend. This is excellent Twyrine. There's no such thing as bad Twyrine. I can afford this kind of joy. So what do? I was once an architect. Now I am just a shadow of an architect. Thanks for the drink, friend. My name is Peter. I am the rock upon which is built the stairway to tomorrow. To the day when man lifts himself from the earth and overcomes its burden. I am that rock, and I have already built the first step of that stairway, for I am a true architect. And I am Artemi Burak. Let's drink to my father's memory. A good man. This was also a mirror speech, 100%. Drink, Burak, drink your Twyrine. Listen to the world. Listen to the roar of the terrible earth. Listen to the ringing of the sky. Listen to the town opening for you. You'll find out where people wait for you, or whispering about you right now. It's been proven to work. I'll check. Bountiful harvest? Huh? Oh, I thought you were an herbalist, here to sell herbs. Do you buy Twire? We're not just interested in Twire. Ashen Swish, Swevery and White Whip are, all, of course, more rare, so more expensive. You value time, huh? We've only got 2 weeks until September ends. We're now in the golden time of harvest. We need to stock up for the whole year ahead. How much do you pay? Different every day. Depends on what we're currently brewing. Some herbs may cost triple sometimes. I see. Talk to him again. Today the special offer is Black Twire. My favourite. Anyone else have anything to say down here? Nope. Bunch of people just trying to console themselves with the music. So I will quickly have a couple of things to eat. That's good. And I will save the game and end there for today. It's really enjoyable getting to be back playing Pathologic 2 again. It's been too long, really. I've left it, and I wish I'd had everything together. I wish life hadn't gotten in the way and prevented me from getting there for such a long time. But 6 years after its release, or almost 6 years, it'll be 6 years old in May, which is obscene. But six years after it's released, I'm finally streaming it. So it will be really, really lovely to have this playlist, or this playthrough put in a playlist and catalogued. That's what I was trying to say. My brain is tying itself in knots at this time. But I will hopefully see everyone tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you very much.